Whenever I'm working with a client one-on-one, the top thing that they say is, Chad, I get cute girls, but just not hot girls. And it's such a common occurrence that I wanted to make a video about it because most guys' perception of more attractive women is very skewed. There's a lot of information out there talking about how to get hot girls, and most of it is simping. Oh, you're gonna have to take her to dinner. You know, these girls have so many options, so you gotta stand out by taking her to nice places and nice vacations, and then she'll like you. Most of it is pedestalization and simping. So let me give you the real, raw, honest truth. That's not gonna break the bank. It's not gonna make you turn into a simp. So you can start getting hot girls and not selling for girls who are built like refrigerators. Let's get into this shit. Step one, you are not getting hot girls because you are not talking to enough of them. Let's be honest. How many approaches do you make a year? Most of you, it's probably none, right? So you're out, strike out. Next one, if you approach girls, okay, how many of them scare you? Where you look at her and go, oh my God, she's beautiful, right? Okay, you're out. Okay, next one, let's see if you can make it this far. How many of you actually approach women you are scared of on a regular, at least once a week? No? There it is. Like, you can honestly turn this video off right now if you wanted to, but of course I got more, cooking to do, but that's it right there. You aren't either A, approaching them at all. Two, if you approach them, it's once in a blue moon. Or three, you can't even approach girls you're scared of. So most guys see an attractive woman and start making preconceived notions. They take their insecurities and they put it onto her and don't even make the approach in the first place, right? So guys, if you talk to, let's say 10 girls in a month, let's say you were just on fire, you made 10 approaches in 1 month, but 8 of those girls were built like refrigerators and 2 of those girls were actually attractive, right? Girls you wouldn't mind being seen in public with. What's gonna happen is this. When you approach those 2 hot girls, what's gonna happen is you're gonna go into it with a very nervous, shy energy and with this, she wouldn't want me anyway, but here I go energy. And when they reject you, you go, see, I was right. Hot girls are just harder. If I look like Chad or look like Tyrone, I had hunter eyes, it would go a lot easier, right? And the problem is you get to be right about that. And now you walk around with these notions that, oh, only Chad and Tyrone get the hot girls. Brother, talk to more of them. That's it. Most guys don't even approach girls that make them nervous and make them scared, right? If you can't do that, you'll never have a hot girl. And here's another layer to it. I'm not trying to make this video about dating apps, but it's like most of you guys don't even have good photos. Like, you don't even have photos that showcase you. So you're not approaching these hot girls. You're sure as hell aren't gonna match with them because your profile's trash. So you're right, you get to be right about this notion that hot girls are just harder to get, when in actuality, you're not putting in enough effort on dating apps, and number 2, you're not even approaching them in real life. Guys, being able to approach attractive women is the biggest hack because the world now becomes your dating app. Most men are just living vicariously through dating apps to where if they don't get a match, they don't get a date that weekend, right? And it's so sad. So learn to approach women who actually scare you and start deleting all the social norms around approaching, right? Like, guys will say, don't approach girls at the gym. I approach girls at the gym. Like, anywhere I see attractive women, I'm on it. I don't let society, put parameters around where I cannot go and flirt. I'm gonna flirt wherever the hell I want. The second reason why you struggle to get hot girls is because you listen to women. Now, guys, a lot of times when women are giving advice, they're always speaking in a way to be politically correct, right? It's mostly men who are brash and are raw about dating advice because we actually know what it takes to get these girls. So, for example, a girl will say, guys, like, us women, we're already dating ourselves. So it's like, if you can't come into our life and provide at a higher level, then leave us alone. Right? So a guy will hear that and go, well, I guess she's right. She is dating herself. Her and her friends do go out to nice restaurants. So if I want a hot girl, I have to take him to restaurants. That's it. And when he takes girls to restaurants and the date never goes the way he plans out, he's like, wait a minute. I listened to you guys. You guys said we date ourselves, so you should take us to nice places. I took her to nice places, and I still got nothing. Not a kiss, not sex, not a relationship, not nothing. Guys, it's unfortunate, but you need to date women on your terms and not listen to what they say. What do you want? Right, you want to take that girl to a regular bar and have a drink and get to know her. Maybe it's coffee. I'm against coffee, but whatever. I'm not trying to make this video about coffee dates. My point is, stop listening to women about their advice, about what they want. It's not beneficial to you because most of the time they're lying. It's so funny. The guy that listens to their, their advice on YouTube or whatever the case may be, TikTok, whatever, there's a guy that listened to that video and took her out on a date. She put him in the boyfriend zone, made him wait. Then there's a guy that says, yo, meet me at drinks at 9 o'clock, and she slept with him. Cold world, right? So the point is, I don't want you guys listening to women because a lot of times they're going to lead you astray to be seen as boyfriend material or friend zone material. Another popular topic is men, stop approaching us. We don't want to be approached by you guys. You guys are creeps. So nowadays, whenever I talk about approaching, guess who's in my comments? Men. Women don't want to be approached anymore, bro. Women, I don't want to, get an assault charge or a sexual harassment charge. Like, men are now terrified to approach women, and it mostly came from women. Women are making videos saying, we don't want to be approached by you, and we don't want to be creeped out by you. So men are stepping back and saying, okay, I won't. And it's so sad because these guys who have so much potential are now damn near opting out of dating because they can't approach a girl to save their life. And on top of that, they're scared to get an assault charge, which is crazy. And on top of that, they can't even, online date because their profile's so bad. So it's like a lot of men are incels or involuntarily celibate, not because they're choosing to be, but it's because of a skill issue. They lack approaching skills. They also lack online dating skills. So they're not getting seen in the dating market. So you need to stop listening to women on how to get women. I know it makes sense. Why wouldn't I go straight to the source? But the problem with the source is they're going to lead you astray because what women are aroused by are things they will not tell you. They will keep that under wraps. One thing I notice when I'm on dates with girls, a common thing I hear is, oh, I had a toxic, manipulative, even physically abusive ex for 3 years. Then I dated another guy for 6 months. He was a great guy and all, but we just didn't work out. Translation, I gave 3 years of my life to a guy that mentally put me through hell, and then 6 months of my life was given to a guy that was actually good and comfortable. He was just boring. So a lot of times, guys, you can't listen to what women are saying because what they're aroused by is different. When girls say, don't approach us at the gym, translation, approach me if you're my type. When a girl says, don't approach me, period, translation, approach me if you're my type. So whenever you hear a girl say, don't do something, just think of the inverse and put, if you're my type. Don't approach us means approach me if you're my type. And here's the thing. I don't care what her type is. I'm going to approach any woman I find attractive. If she finds me attractive, great. If not, great. I don't care. I'm very outcome independent. As long as I show up and put myself in front of her and speak to her, whatever happens next it's not up to me. It's up to her if she finds me attractive or not. You feel me? So stop listening to women because their advice is always going to lead you astray. Do what you want. And the third and last reason why you cannot get hot girls, this is where I'm gonna really cook. So first things first, attraction isn't linear. Let me break that down. So a lot of guys say, hey, if you're a 5, you're average looking, and she's an 8, that 8 will be harder to get because you're a 5 and she's an 8. That 8 wants an 8, a 9, or preferably a 10, and you're a 5. But guys, you stop thinking attraction is linear. What about how that girl sees you? That 8 may see you as an 8, right? Exactly. Let me cook. Then there's going to be a 5, a girl who's a 5 that sees you as a 4. So guys will approach ugly girls at bars or cute girls at bars hoping, well, she'll be easier. No, bro, just because you see her as a 5, she may see you as a 3 or a 2, right? Mind you, that 8 out of 10, that 9 out of 10 at that bar, she may see you as an 8 or a 9. So stop thinking that your SMV score is this thing that's universal. There's some girls who look at me and go, ooh, that's just my type. And then there's some girls who look at me and go, oh, he's too clean. Why is his hairline so straight? Why are his eyebrows so full? Why does his hair look so good? Like I want a guy that's a bit more chubbier. I want a guy with some sideburns coming over his ears. His mustache comes over his lips. I want a dirtier looking guy. I want tattoos, right? You're not going to be everyone's type. So my point is, stop thinking that your SMV score is universal when in actuality it's fluid depending on who you're in front of, right? I may be a 10 out of 10 to this girl who I deem as a 10, and I may be a 4 out of 10 in front of this torta. So stop thinking that, I'm a 5, therefore I have to find a 5 or a 4. No, that's not how it works. The next thing I want to touch on is a lot of guys in the dating space say, oh, she's an 8, 9, or a 10. She has all these options, and it's just harder to get her. Therefore, you have to do more to stand out. Guys, let me tell you something. I don't want you showing up as anybody else but yourself. If you're a happy hour, drinks by your crib guy, I want you to ask that 9 or 10 to that same date. If she comes, great. If she doesn't, great. Because I don't want you adjusting your game depending on who you're in front of, right? This whole notion that more attractive girls require more, says who? I guarantee you this girl you have on a pedestal, she had a boyfriend where he stayed home, paid no bills, and she was out slaving every day working for him. Don't believe me? Start asking these girls about their past exes, and you'd be flabbergasted that these guys that they were dating didn't see this girl as a dime. They saw her as maybe cute or above average, right? That's why this whole attraction thing is so interesting, because you see this girl as a 10, but her ex-boyfriend saw her as a 7, which is why he was able to not really care, be nonchalant, right? She was paying the bills, right? So don't think that more attractive girls are harder to get. No, you should do the same exact thing, run the same exact play for every single girl. Because when you get caught up in this notion that this attractive girl is harder to get, you become right about it. Let me tell you something. You guys see a black man, right? I'm a black guy, right? I don't believe in any type of systemic racism, the white man's holding me down, no. Now, mind you, could all those things be true? Yes, but I don't believe in anything that takes my power away. So I don't believe hot girls are harder to get, because here's what happens. You see a girl at a bar that's really hot, and you go, you know what? She'd be harder to get. I probably have to buy her bags and pay her rent. I'm not going to go talk to her. I'm going to go talk to this girl over here that's average looking. Meanwhile, that girl who's a dime thought you were very attractive. Meanwhile, that girl you thought was a 5, she thinks you're a 4 or a 3. So you actually have better luck going up to that girl who's a dime because she actually finds you more attractive, right? So I don't believe that hot girls are harder to get. I think what's hard to get is a girl who doesn't find you attractive, because a lot of guys run game where they're just persistent, right? Date 1, date 2, date 3, they keep grinding until they get sex. For me, I don't run that game. I only mess with girls who find me attractive. Because when girls find you attractive, they're much more compliant, their schedule's easier to get, they're much better to be with on dates, escalation's much easier. But when a girl doesn't like you, her availability is free one week, it's not free the next, escalation's a bitch, she wants you to do all the investing, come to her side of town. Like, this is only girls that are hard to get are girls that don't find you attractive. Guys, that's it. That's it. That's the sauce right there. You can get hot girls. It's just your brain a lot of the time puts preconceived notion on these attractive girls, which is why most of you guys don't even talk to girls who you find attractive. Most of you guys think that you don't deserve it. And if you feel like you don't deserve it, you'll never have it. Guys, I'm living in a high-rise apartment now because I felt like I deserved it, so I went and got it. And my next car is gonna be even nastier than the one I have now, because I feel like I deserve everything. Therefore, my mindset allows me to believe I can have any girl. So when I'm out at a club or a bar and I see a drop-dead gorgeous girl, I'm like, I deserve her. I do. And I walk up to her and I give her that energy that I deserve to be in front of you. And if you walk up to a girl with this mindset that, oh, I can't have her, oh, she's too hard, your energy will show that in your approach. You won't be confident, you'll be nervous, and she'll be able to sense that. Guys, these girls who are very attractive, they can only date guys that see them as regular people. They cannot date a guy that's like oh my gosh, like his pupils are dilating when he's around her. They only want to date guys that see them as normal people. And if you guys keep walking around this world thinking that these hot girls are something, bro, some of these girls are crying themselves to sleep every night. They don't even think they're that hot. So take them off the pedestal. They're normal people. Stop thinking that they're harder to get because they're attractive. No, they're only hard to get if they don't find you attractive. If they find you attractive, they're easy peasy. So if you stuck around to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a guy that's been getting some value from these YouTube videos and you want to really just 180 your dating life, you're not getting matches, you're not really approaching girls, and you want a plan, a proven plan that's helped out hundreds of men all over the world at this point, I want you to go down below and click a link to speak to me or my team. I want to help you get more matches. I want to help you approach better and change your mindset in regards to dating so you can start dating on your terms in 2025 and beyond. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.